I still remember when I got my first GTA. I was 9 years old and my best friend suggested to his mother to buy GTA Vice City for me. At the time the game was allowed for people double my age, but for some reason his mother and my parents didn't care and they just let me kill people and fuck hookers when I was 9 years old. I had no idea what to expect when I got this game and started playing it, but I fell in love immediately. I finished the game within a week and I couldn't wait to play more GTA games. And this is when I bought what is in my opinion the best game of all time. GTA San Andreas. It didn't take me very long to realize how detailed and how amazing this game actually is. GTA San Andreas is the first open world game that actually makes sense. Everything just seems to fit perfectly together, every single aspect has been well thought out, and I can only applaud Rockstar for making this gem. It really makes you feel like you're playing as an actual person in an actual realistic city, even though some of the things you do make no fucking sense, but that's what games are for. I mean, even look at the random ass pedestrians that all have their own lives, their own types of movement, and they even talk to CJ about what he's wearing, complimenting him and such, which is fucking amazing to me, especially for a game that was released in the early 2000s.
Hey, nice ride, CJ.
Well, look at that, a gun. Hey, you having fun? Hey, I appreciate the opportunity.
This realistic feeling perfectly transcends into the storyline, because the storyline makes sense. The storyline makes you feel like you're playing as an actual gangster, who was once part of the tight Grove Street family, but now it's all fallen apart, and he has to work hard for a new, better life, while constantly being harassed by these corrupt cops Pulaski and Tenpenny.
Getting a little edgy, fellas?
Oh, how you like that, you piece of shit? That give you any idea how edgy I am? Wow! Get up, bitch!
The more you play, the more invested into the storyline you get. And at this point, almost everyone knows every single line in every cutscene in the entire single game. Killing Ryder and Big Smoke at the end of the game feels so satisfying because you feel like you finally get justice for them snitching on you for so long and fucking Grove Street for so long. And that's a feeling I don't have in many games, when you finally get justice for all the bad things that have been happening to you. I can't think of a single storyline that I've been as invested in as in GTA San Andreas. Not just because of the sheer fact that the storyline is so intriguing, but also because Rockstar decided to put slightly offensive but fucking funny jokes into most of the cutscenes.
Alright, so let me get this straight. You want me to swim around in dirty dock water, dodging little brown jelly beans and Vietnamese gangsters, to put a bug on a boat in the harbor?
You're so negative.
When I was a kid, swimming off the Santa Maria, I once got a condom stuck to my face. Horror like that stays with you for life. Believe that. One last thing. You do know that I'm black, right? And not Chinese.
I'm blind, Carl, not stupid.
And those jokes were just from one cutscene. And then I'm not even talking about the cast for this game, because the voice acting is top notch. Like, every character has its own personality and it really shows through their voices, which is absolutely amazing, and it's what a lot of games lack. Prime example being Assassin's Creed, where everyone has no emotion at all.
I thank you for your help in collecting these bounties. I am impressed with all you have accomplished.
But it's not just the world and the story that make this game so good. Like, everything makes sense, even the little details. I mean, how often have you chosen to play multiplayer with your friends? And even though the map makes no sense, you can't place markers on the map, you don't have any idea where anything is on the map. The multiplayer is so much fun because it's such a big open world and you can do so many things together. Whether it is kissing each other, getting 6 stars with each other, or using a flying car to get pretty much anywhere. It all is so much fun and it never gets boring. I think I have over 1,000 hours in GTA San Andreas multiplayer with my friends on PS2, and even today, 15 years after its release, I still go hang out with my friends and play this multiplayer version of this 15-year-old game. But let's not forget what makes the multiplayer so much fun as well: the cheats. Even the cheats seem so well thought out. I can't name a single cheat that doesn't make sense, whether it is in single player or in multiplayer. Some of the cheats actually add a lot, like flying cars, which allow you to move pretty much anywhere, but also these random ass cheats, which make a caddy spawn or make all cars pink, or even the cheats that change the weather to, for example, a big ass sandstorm so you see nothing. Everything changes the game in a fun way, something you can use, or not use. But it's significant enough to be fun, and there isn't a single cheat I haven't used yet, because every cheat is just fun to use. And like I said, the cheats are fucking hilarious in multiplayer, because when you're playing multiplayer, you're just fucking with each other, whether it is with random ass weapons, whether it is with flying cars, or whether you stand on a helicopter while the other person is flying and you try to maintain your balance. But it isn't just a multiplayer gameplay that is fucking awesome despite its flaws in the map. The single player gameplay is amazing as well. In a game like this where you're a criminal, you would just expect to shoot people over and over again in order to gain things, because that's seemingly what criminals do. But that's not the case at all. There are rarely missions in this game that I don't like, that I feel like are repetitive. I'm just blown away by how Rockstar manages to put 100 missions in a game that don't feel repetitive at all, that don't feel boring at all, even though some of them can be really annoying. But that's mostly just because it's a difficult mission to beat, not because it's boring. On top of that, there are thousands of ways to complete most missions. There are so many ways to clear a certain building, by using a bazooka, by using regular weapons, by using bombs, whatever. You can take different routes, you can kill different enemies first, and that's just the strength of open world games, the endless possibilities. And that's why the speedrun of GTA San Andreas is so fun to watch, because I feel like there are so many tricks that just haven't been found yet, and I feel like there are endless ways to beat every mission. The missions add to the storyline as well, because you're doing something in order to progress in the story, in order to get closer to forming a new unit that will beat these fucking fools that snitched on us. But it's not just the multiplayer and the main missions that make sense in this game. Even the side missions make sense and are a lot of fun to do. You can be a cab driver, you can do quarry missions where you push, for example, boulders, or you can even get a truck and rob houses at night. These missions don't feel boring or useless at all, and it's a fun way to earn a quick buck in case you want to buy a house or you need to buy zeros missions. But those side missions aren't even the only side content in this game. You also have these random ass collectibles like oysters and horseshoes. And you can do random shit like explore certain areas where there are Easter eggs, or you can explore the base where you usually get 6 stars and get completely fucked. Or maybe you just want to get the fastest car in the game and do epic jumps off of random ass buildings. I thought for many hours if I had anything bad to say about this game, and I just don't. This game is a solid 11 out of 10, and I can't think of any game that comes close. So many things have been imprinted in my mind because they're so iconic, and they remind me of the amazingness that is this game. I mean, just look at the
Oh shit, here we go again.
meme, or Mr.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Big Smoke meme, or the
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
meme. The frequency of these memorable moments happening is just insane to me, and I haven't had this with any other game. This just seems like a game with seemingly endless possibility and infinite replayability because of the open world aspect and everything you can do in this game, whether it's free roam, the missions, or just fucking around with cars, weapons, or cheats in general, which can keep you busy for hundreds if not thousands of hours. This game has been the biggest influence on my thoughts of what a game should be, and it should be an example for what games should strive to be. For this video I completed the game for the 29th time, and it was just as fun as the first time. And I just wanna say thank you Rockstar for making this gem, and thank you for keeping me entertained for thousands of hours. I fucking appreciate it.
See you around, officer.